and then spun out.
Shut the fuck up.
For 10,000 years, the Eye of Terror has spewed its
Damn.
ageless horrors into the galaxy, gnawing at the eternal glories of the Imperium, at the very soul of mankind itself. And for every one of those 10,000 years, the fortress world of Cadia has held the gate closed. An adamantium bastion, granted strength by flesh and bone, and seeded purpose by faith in the Emperor's holy light. But as the darkness grew ever deeper, and the blaze of the Astronomicon guttered like a wind-blown candle, the Eye of Terror pulsed, its baleful energy spilling anew across the stars.
These are the Chaos Space Marines.
Why is there blood coming out of the statues?
They corrupt a lot of the stuff that they come into contact with.
With a shriek that echoed through nightmares from Medusa to Ultramar, the Black Fleet slipped its moorings. An endless tide of heretics,
These are Chaos Fleet.
traitors, demons, and madmen, whose desperate fealty was given over to a single damned soul. Abaddon the
Wait, are y'all playing
Despoiler,
40K right now?
inheritor of the
playing
arch-traitor
Battlefleet Gothic.
Horus's reviled
Salt streaming it,
legacy.
yeah.
The 13th Black Crusade, herald to a fresh age of nightmare.
It is weird though, having you explain something and then having it pop up on the screen way later.
Yeah.
A Blackstone fortress. Without our shields, that accursed Hulk will scour Cadia clean.
Repairs to the nunnery
even
are
go
underway.
out
They
that
require only a
far.
matter of days.
The Magos asks for time. I have none to give. My wolves will buy all that he needs.
Well,
I'll urge
I
my
got
battle
it.
barge to prepare for my arrival.
Because you ain't streaming.
By the Fang. I'll not die without a fight.
I know, but I'm not even talking that much. I'm just mad that I just got my lap time invalidated, even though I didn't even go out that far.
My god.
Alright, so
That's fucking badass.
basically Chaos Forces are usually located within a realm called the Eye of Terror, and that's basically, I want to say the warp, but maybe I'm wrong. And they normally just stay there. And in this endeavor, they are attempting to breach the Eye of Terror and invade normal space. And the first obstacle they have to tackle is called Cadia, and it's a
We are ready
fortress
for
world.
verification protocol, my lord. Awaiting structural diagnostic.
And we are here to stop them. Okay, let's zoom in now.
Structural analysis complete. No major issues to report.
Whoops. Camera rotation.
All weapon systems functional. Beginning tactical Auspex sweep.
Now these ships are really, really nice, and it's called a kind of high Gothic kind of aesthetic. You know, you got the cathedrals, the steeples, and the statues and whatnot. And that's kind of the aesthetic that the Imperium goes for. Alright, so I need to... Okay, let's go this way. WASD. These are mines. Probably want to avoid those. Asteroid fields. They'll
Auspex
do
sweep
damage to... I think either small craft or large craft. I'll have to figure that one out. Jesus.
That looks fucking impressive.
My Roosebeard, what's taking so long? War calls.
This
Enough
has
with
some
the
really good
tinkering.
audio as well.
All sections report ready, lord.
So,
The Violence Fang stands ready for battle.
At last.
I like how as
Crew
you
of the
zoom in, it looks
Firelings
like a
Fang.
church.
yep.
The Despoiler's jaws clamp tight about Cadia's throat. His Blackstone fortress comes to claim the kill. I say nay. Not while the sons of Roos have strength to fight. The valiant dead will shield us from the Black Fleet's curse. We will stalk the Will of Eternity from amongst the carcasses of its victims. When our fangs are at its belly, we strike with every boarding torpedo and assault craft at our disposal. We will cripple that Blackstone fortress however we can. Weapons, shields, engines, all Father willing, we will tear out its corrupted heart. The Blackstone fortress is so close I can smell it. We'll have to cross that minefield to reach it. Take us through, Captain.
So this Blackstone fortress we're hunting has the power to basically decimate a planet.
Hold course!
And as far as factions go, the Space Marines
Engines engaged!
have a what's it called? A legion called the Space Wolves, and that's whose ship this belongs. So you can tell by the wolf emblem here. I think their Primarch, the creator of their legion, was called Lehman Russ. Jesus fuck! What the fuck was that?
We are pursued, but grander prey awaits. We cannot waste time in fruitless battle. Press on!
Here's a
We'll
small...
return once the Blackstone fortress is a broken hulk.
Goddamn! All right, I thought it was just that tiny thing.
To where we are needed.
It's like a lot of chaos ships coming through.
Repositioning.
How much damage does it do if you hit a mine?
Decent amount.
They're gaining.
I'm not entirely
Contact
sure.
Cajun Orbital
I
Command.
just know you kind of want to
Tell them to
avoid
detonate the mines. That explosion should clean our tails of these traitors.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're going to do, because there's no way we can take out this many ships with just this one. I'll have full maneuver, that's this button right here. That engages the retro thrusters and gives you more speed.
Moving to position.
That is a lot of ships on the Aiden, drift that next turn.
If only we'd had the time to make it painful.
I'm in an F1 car.
I wish I could feel pitch
Okay,
black
I'll
chaos
do that.
flux.
Traitor vessel survived the explosion.
Wow, they're just running straight into
It'll
mines.
obliterate our shields.
All sections, prepare for high energy
This is
turn.
taking like every ounce
Helm,
of concentration.
get us clear of the detonation horizon and bring us about to engage that spineless
All
claw.
Alright, we're still in slow motion right now. This is a bomb of some sort, and once this reticle reaches here, it'll detonate. So I'm going to perform what's called a high energy turn. Thrusters are activated to avoid.
Underway. Ha! So the traitor longs for death. Bring us in close. I want to smell his fear. Hold course.
Alright, there's an unknown turret
Obliterate
right
that
here.
target.
And let's see if we can perform a turn to get there quicker. Our thruster gauge is right here, and casually it's refilling, so not much we can do to
Engines
engage
engaged.
high energy maneuvers. Stealth, the ship is visible. Okay, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. High energy turn.
Moving to position. Fire at will. I want them blooded.
So this
before we
is a
seek
broadside
death's
ship.
throat.
These are its broadside cannons. It also has top mounted, but you kind of want to get it sideways to get all your
At
guns
your
off.
command. His shield falls. Let us test
This is
the
a tiny
thickness of his
ship, so I'm not
hide.
too worried about it.
To where we are needed. Repositioning. His eyes are blinded. His fangs gone. We'll settle this with our teeth at his throat.
Alright, so we are going to try and get within melee
Engines
range.
engaged.
and I assume, yeah, get lightning strike. A lightning strike is when there's a teleport jump from our ship into their ship, sending a battalion of Marines or infantry.
Moving to
like
position.
that. And with that kind of capability, we can knock out guns,
To where we are
turrets,
needed.
engines, things like that. And we are about to do that now. We got 3 beams.
See how his strength fails. The kill comes soon. Ready boarding torpedoes.
We also have boarding
Hold
torpedoes, which are torpedoes with soldiers inside them, and then when they hit, they attack. And this is that boarding torpedo here. Now, normally they come out of the front of the ship, so I'm gonna try and assume that's probably still the case.
Underway. At your command.
So that's the third. So there's 1 critical hit. I don't know what that means. What does it want me to do? Okay, I launched boarding torpedoes at it.
Hold course.
Oh. White Rangers.
So what do you think of the combat so far?
It looks pretty simple and basic. I'm sure as you
Well, we've
go
only got
on it,
we've only got 1 ship. Normally, I'd have about 7
Yeah.
or 8.
then it gets super complicated. See, that's where it sounds like it would be really fun.
Yeah,
Kind of like an Ender's Game style.
Yeah, this is still the prologue. so-
Repositioning.
Hey, Demi.
Wow, you really did just ram that dude.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up this screen.
Our boarding torpedoes destroyed by turret fire. So the traitor still has claws. Bring us in closer. I'll end this myself.
Can you check my screen when I put it up?
Yeah, I got you. I'll even keep your stream up for views.
Underway.
Our hunt is ended.
Yeah.
Let the carcass drift.
Now
The
that
greater
I'm
quarry
dead.
yet remains.
Engines engaged.
Ship is out of control. Alright, now it wants us to come here. Let's do that.
Moving to position.
So once you board
I
the ship,
know
are they
most of
basically
you are not
fucked,
Fenris
or can
born.
they still fight off your
But
Marines?
today it matters
Nah, they're
not
basically
if you
fucked.
feel the
This guy looks
fury of
pretty
Rus
fucked
in
to
your
me.
veins.
Yeah.
It matters not if you hail from Fenris, Mundus Pyra, Cadia, or Marsh. Today we are brothers, bound by one single glorious purpose. We ride into death with the fury of heroes, and by our sacrifice, strike a blow worthy of saga and song.
For the Emperor. For Cadia. Death to the traitors.
The moment arrives. Let the engines roar.
My knuckles.
Button next to the mini maps. Oh, there we go. Let's just.
My lord, we have located an Imperial warship. It's drifting. And the crew
Games.
are responding.
I mean,
However, Auspex has shown that the vessel itself remains viable.
We'll claim the vessel as our own. Reinforcements run thin, and even one ship may yet make a difference.
Underway.
Okay, it wants us to transfer troops to this empty vessel.
My lord, our
It looks
boarding
pretty beat the
parties
fuck
have
up.
seized command of the derelict. They report critical damage to weapons control. It won't be of any use to us.
Still, it shall not go to waste. Evacuate the ship to Cadia. Its fury will be hard in days to come.
Select the Imperial ship and initiate an emergency warp jump. Okay.
you feel the emergency warp jump?
Repositioning.
For your ship, if it's about to go
My
super
lord,
critically,
we have
you can
enemy
use it
vessels
essentially
on
like a
approach.
like, it's essentially like more powerful than a nuke going off.
What is?
'Cause it's like a fusion core in
Oh.
pulsar. So if you have like a bunch of enemies on you in pulsar, and you just need to kill them and get out of there fast, you just
Dump the core.
heat your core.
All right, we're now
Engines
going to
engaged.
combat.
Core, dump it when it goes super critical, and then emergency dump with the rest of the power.
To where we are needed.
Far, far away.
At your command.
And then it's not working, but
Hello?
Hold course.
my audio is Gucci.
So what is the purple? Oh, you captured the ship. Is that
Yep.
ship?
Now, and I'm sending it into back to base through the warp.
Engines engaged.
Interesting. So do you get
Underway.
like the more ships you can use that way? If the more you capture, the more you
Moving to
can use.
position.
In a sense, yes. In the story, they want to, I think, have it fixed and ready for battle by the time Chaos Forces arrive to Cadia.
Okay.
I think it's probably more
To
just
where
to show
we
us how
are
to
needed.
disengage from battle.
Probably. Your ship seems to give no fucks
your
about their
command.
weapons.
No. Space Marine ships seldom do.
So what's the balance then? If they're so bad and powerful.
There are ships, like the Orcs, they are more melee than anything else, and they just live for the ram. And
Oh,
there's the Tau that are long range, which can,
Repositioning.
It'll take a lot of time for the Space Marines to get into effective range for,
Pitiful whelps.
them to be able to face the Tau.
10,000 years of hate,
And
and
then-
still feeble at heart.
The Eldar are
Bring
really,
us
really
about.
fast and agile,
The
so they're
Blackstone
hard to hit.
Fortress awaits.
My lord,
So there's
Auspex
balance
has
in there.
detected a colossal
Okay.
signature at extreme range.
so it's not just this one faction is the only thing you
No,
want to play.
no, no.
You kinda-
Actually, some would say the Tau were probably pretty broken in
Good.
Battlefleet 1.
We'll wait in ambush. Bring us about into that asteroid field and cut the drive.
Okay, so
Make
we're
us
going
look
to
like one more drifting hulk.
we're going to hide and ambush some
To where we are
God knows
needed.
what. Probably more Chaos Space Marines. So in this game, you can hide your larger ships in the space,
Hold course.
space clouds, the asteroid fields, things like that. But I think for the smaller craft, these asteroid fields do damage to the smaller ships. Like you can kind
That
of see the
makes
small
sense.
impacts
The
on this.
Blackstone Fortress is almost upon us.
Hold your
looked up.
nerve. The closer it comes before we reveal ourselves, the greater our chances of success.
Oh, there it is. The Proto Death Star. That's like nice marble color to it. Now, I'm fairly certain I'm not going to be able to kill this thing, but I will try. It's got two smaller vessels near it. Can maybe get a lightning strike off on it, some boarding actions. It might not do much to it, but let's... Wait, orient the ship.
At your command. Engines engaged.
What the fuck is
This
that?
is as close as we're likely to get. Boarding torpedoes stand ready.
So
He's
shall
like a
it be.
floating road sign,
Command of the Fang is
but with
yours.
spikes.
Give
Yeah,
her
it's
good
a
death.
symbol
My lord,
that the
for Ruth and the Old Father.
Chaos Legions use.
For Rus
So it's actually kind
and
of
the
a...
Old Father.
Oh, shit.
That is impossible.
Alright, time to ram.
Moving to position.
Keep firing. Keep firing.
So how powerful is that ship? That you're facing.
Definitely meant for me to die
No,
against.
it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sven Bloodhound.
But just to think that the Chaos Legions have the best shit there is, doesn't mean that the Space Marines don't have an answer to it.
Is not enough.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was really pretty. That giant burst that it had with all the lasers and
Yeah.
light show coming out of it.
Initialization failed. Null array.
That's part of the Adeptus Mechanicus right
Insufficient
there, I'd
power.
assume.
Insufficient power.
Oh
Rebooting.
my.
Reroute failed.
There's the Blackstone Fortress.
Power surge. Processing. No data. Power building. Null array deploying.
They're building up a planetary shield to try and see if that'll help, but it might remain to be seen.
Thus did Cadia earn
It's a
respite.
massive city. Good lord.
Through the bravery
I
of
love this
Sven
gothic
Bloodhound,
style of art,
Dude,
though.
it is some of the
Mavis
best looking
Clark,
stuff.
but through the intercession of a mysterious benefactor.
Mission failed successfully.
Yeah. So you know the Space Marines that we saw yesterday, right? In that video.
Yeah.
When one of them falls but isn't killed, their body gets put on life support in this sort of sarcophagus that just keeps their body and mind alive. But it remains immobile, so they put it into an even giant machine. So it's called a dreadnought. It's like, if you think Space Marines are badass, dreadnoughts powered by Space Marines are even more badass.
Jesus.
The flesh fails and faith flickers. With every bloody moment, Abaddon's forces drew closer to victory.
Looks like the shield didn't work.
No. They probably just cracked the shield open, but that's about it.
Oh, wow. Those are some cute flat guns. I'm sure that'll do a lot.
It's not about how much, it's not about winning sometimes, it's about doing how much damage you can do before you die.
Yeah. Okay, so the corrupt Space Marines are the black ones,
Yeah. So,
paired with literal demons.
the Space Marines started out with 20 legions, right? Each one with about 10,000 Space Marines. And there was a civil war at some point where half of them turned to the Chaos Gods and, you know, turned against the Emperor, who the loyal Space Marines ended up, like, upending as their own god.
We need the location of
So-
Abaddon's main fleet before we strike.
When they call him the God Emperor,
Lead a
that's who they're
reconnaissance
talking
patrol.
about.
Be our eyes.
Interesting.
Captain Garrison.
He's a very powerful guy.
We can't proceed until those defense platforms are destroyed.
Jesus Christ. This game looks so fucking cool.
Click here.
All vessels engage drives. Rig
So
our
what do we
light
got
cruisers
here?
for silent running. We'll
Light
let our bombers
cruiser?
handle this.
Light Cruiser Defiant.
Your orders?
Okay. So these are
Ship
some more of your
ready.
run-of-the-mill kind of ships, like the low-tier stuff. And this is the Imperial Navy ship, not the Space Marines. So this one kind of has like the
Okay,
trireme aesthetic to it, and it's really good for ramming, as you might expect.
Course engaged.
Why is this
Going silent.
Burning silent. What is that? Okay.
Bring us into position, Captain.
Underway.
not? Hey, Demi,
Yeah.
is there a way to manually turn on the game over?
We wait your command.
You have to set a keybind and then use a keybind. It's the only way to turn on the overlay.
Starhawk
You can pull up
bombers
Twitch
to
on your
launch
phone and
commission.
use your dashboard
Relaying
as
target
chat.
coordinates.
But no, for the overlay.
Starhawk Bomber Squadron.
I might have
Let's
to come back
launch
to the
those,
stream
I
in a
guess.
second.
Starhawks loaded
I
and
was
set.
just talking.
Finish this.
Okay, I'm gonna do
All
this
weapons
stream
fire
in
at
10
will.
minutes.
Yep.
I'll be back, y'all.
For the Emperor!
Alright, so we got fighters going in, and they're probably going to be met with some flak.
What level was that ship that you were playing?
That was probably a battleship, and I would say there's one, there's this ship class that I have here. There's one between the battleship and the one I'm using now, and then there's one above that. It's absolutely massive ship.
Okay, so you had like the second biggest ship.
Yeah, that was probably close to the biggest. But there's a lot in between.
Yeah.
Enemy defense platform destroyed!
Aye, Admiral.
The audio in this game is amazing.
Enemy defense platform destroyed!
So these cruisers right here have las guns on them, and they're more of like an anti-shield kind of weapon.
So they had time to call for reinforcements.
And they also have
Prepare to engage. None shall escape.
Fighter launcher bays here, so they're also like aircraft carriers as well.
We serve!
Limited loads. Hornet squad or torpedoes have a limited number of loads each battle. That's fine. I kind of just more let the shit do itself.
Aye, Admiral.
Alright, there's 2 incoming targets here. And they're also cruisers.
Engaging!
So,
Your orders?
We should evaluate the
Torpedoes?
situation. We cannot risk a foolhardy engagement. First, we'll grant all ships' captains full autonomy to maneuver.
okay. Ship behavior. You can alter a ship's engagement zones, what side you want it to fire on primarily or preferably. You can engage that. You can set the range that you want it to fire from. So, auto engagement mode is kind of like autopilot. The AI kind of handles the rest
Ship
of the battle.
ready!
So, I guess it
Now,
wants us to do
designate priority target.
Is there an advantage of doing it manually versus?
that.
Targeting enemy vessel!
Like say you're kind of like overwhelmed juggling a bunch of ships, you kind of want 4 or 5 of them to kind of hold their own while you're focusing on the other ships. That could be
Makes
that kind
sense.
of advantage. Since auto engagement mode will automatically move to the priority target, so that's
Target locked in!
that's it.
I will say though, these backgrounds are gorgeous.
Yep.
We wait your command! Changing
Why
course!
is it still slow?
Aye, Admiral.
Ship will use its ranged weapons. Okay, so let's set the preferred range.
Ship ready.
I kind of like 4.5. The flagship must not be destroyed. Select the enemy ship. Says priority target to 1. Okay. So that'll make this ship public enemy number 1 to the
Finally,
AI
we'll
controlling my
focus
ship.
fire on the target's
And I'll set
weapon
this number 2.
systems to reduce their firepower.
Interceptor squadron. Starhawk bombers. Let's put down this guy.
Starhawks loaded and sent!
Salt really out here putting people on the FBI hit list.
Alright, so on top of making a priority, you can also focus fire on an individual ship's systems, like their weaponry, their generators, engines, and things like that. So what it wants us to do is just do that.
Unleash the Emperor's fury. All sections to battle stations. Blow those
Do ships have
abominations
backup
apart.
generators and stuff like that to keep things?
They can still move, but they'll be
We
slow.
serve!
So if it's like against an Eldar that are really fast and nimble, blowing out their engines would save you a lot of hassle. Or like
Okay.
say it's an offensive ship like the Imperiums, you kind of want to knock out their weapons or generators first.
Make sure they have a reduced combat effectiveness before.
Yep.
We serve!
So I have decided I want to take control and
Coordinates acknowledged!
never mind.
Setting course!
Let's see if we can ram this guy. Get some torpedoes off. Here's the torpedo focusing apparatus. They're now out.
Heading acknowledged. Lock on target. Execute high energy turn. Understood. Acquiring new vector. All ahead, full.
Like that ram.
Engaging target.
That was fucking
Engaging
sexy.
engines.
Additional traitors on Auspex. All vessels regroup.
What else we got? Our disposal.
Admiral, the crew are revolting. A mutiny is underway.
Your excuses do not concern me, Captain. Crush the mutineers and bring your ship into the fight.
So
Am I
when
understood?
morale drops, because these aren't Space Marines, they're the Imperial Navy, like the cannon fodder, they lose morale. And when the morale dies, you got to kill the people that are lowering morale. So let's execute whoever
The punishment
fuck
for
is-
disobedience. My
Order
lord, the
66.
mutiny has been contained. Morale is ebbing, but we stand ready to fight.
At last. Now, seize this
Another
precious chance
advantage
of
of the Space
redemption.
Marines, I guess.
For you
Yeah.
and for your crew. Duty and death await.
They say when a commissar starts actually shooting at the enemy that you're in real trouble.
Your orders?
Because
Poor
his,
guys.
his main job is to
Target
kill
locked in.
people that lose morale.
Oh my god.
Understood.
Alright, let's get it.
Obtain that grain.
Ship ready.
Melt the torpedoes out.
Maximum burn. Heading acknowledged.
Who do we have? There's a long-range cruiser here.
Engaging.
Let's have these two focus on
For the Emperor.
Starhawk bombers.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
We can have you focus on the
Targeting enemy vessel.
frigate over here. So as far as the bars you see here, the blue is the shield, and when that runs out, it'll turn purple while it reloads. Below that is the hull.
We
If
serve.
you lose hull, you die, or your ship gets permanently deceased. And below that is the orange bar. That's morale. You
Setting
kinda wanna
course.
Make sure all three are managed.
Engaging.
Alright, question.
Yes.
We wait your command.
So you know how you can board enemy ships, right?
Yep.
If one of your ships is crippled and abandoned, can you send troops over to
Aye,
repair
Admiral.
it and repossess it?
I want to say yes, but I don't think I ever really do that. Mainly because my
Okay.
ships never lose troops. Or if they die, like, I mean, I'm already at a point where the game's gonna be over in like a second anyways.
Okay.
Course engaged.
Kind of one of those you could, but there's no point.
Yep.
Underway.
More Chaos vessels inbound. Emperor's teeth. If failure is to be my fate, I'll face it with the Emperor's light in my eyes. This is Admiral Harbride to all vessels. We fight to the death.
We are now surrounded. Which is fine. That means now we can shoot in every direction.
Looking
Ship
for the
ready.
positive in every game.
Changing
That's the
course.
cool thing about having a broadside cruiser is they can shoot out both sides.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Or something like exclusively forward mounted.
Some ships are. They have a more preferential thing to battle on. These ones have broadside macro guns, and then at the top you got a couple of twin-linked turret macro guns. Basically the same thing, but majority of the firepower is on the broadside. Oh my god.
Course engaged. Engaging Admiral. This would appear to be the despoiler's main fleet.
Oh, fuck.
Auspex readings confirm the presence of a Blackstone fortress.
Signal the phalanx. Our mission ends in success, but our duty abides.
Lovely. Alright. Alright. Let's take it down a notch here. We are surrounded, and we have a Blackstone fortress. We have reinforcements coming in 40 seconds. Let's
We serve.
move the fuck back. Let's do that.
Let's not get caught out here and die.
Yes.
Ship ready. Starhawks loaded and sent.
Lightning strike. So normally you want to do the lightning strike or 40 actions
Lightning
while the
strike
shield
successful.
is down. I think normally one of you should do it if it's not that way.
Your orders? Starhawks loaded and sent.
CVs are cancer.
Incoming transmission from Phalanx.
You've done your part, Admiral.
Oh,
I
this is gonna be
hereby
dope.
take command of this
Watch this.
engagement. We'll give that Blackstone fortress an opponent worthy of its size.
Oh, that's so...
Commodore Trudeau, what is our status?
Estimates are still formulating, but we confirm the Sanctus Malefic, the Apocalyptia, the Vengeful Spirit. Emperor shield us,
you
but
see
we're
that
staring at half of the Black Fleet.
It still doesn't
Maybe
come up
more.
on the.
Understood. And Cadia itself?
Preliminary scans and Vox chatter confirm fighting on all continents. The greatest concentration appears to be at Kazakraf on Cadia Secundus. The Herald of Absolution is inbound with our Adeptus Sororitas
Jesus
allies.
Christ.
Good. Remind all Storm Talon squadrons that
At
Celestine
the
must make
Blackstone
planetfall.
Fortress is the question.
All other
and the
concerns are
phalanx
secondary.
Is the answer.
Confirmed. Captain, there's a Blackstone fortress in near orbit, tentatively identified as the Will of Eternity. Vox chatter confirms
let
the
me see if I
Fire
can
Main's
find that
Fang has already failed to bring it
I was
to
gonna say
ruin.
that ship can't possibly be
Indeed,
aerodynamic,
a
but
rare failure from the sons of Rus. The so-called saint
This is
was
space.
correct. These are dark days
So
indeed.
basically all the guns that
Your
are on that
orders?
tiny little ship,
As they
you can
always
find
are
right
in dark
here,
days, Commodore.
here,
We bring
fucking
the Emperor's
everywhere.
fire and burn away
blast
the
cannons
darkness.
here.
Prepare for battle.
This is just, yeah.
because why the fuck not?
This is the private flagship of just one of the 10 Primarchs that are loyal to the
We have inbound. Vanguard vessels closing fast.
Brittle
Oh
foes
my
to be
God,
crushed
what
beneath
can
the
possibly
phalanx's
beat
good
it?
right arm, Commodore.
Not sure
From their
yet.
vector, they don't intend to duel with our guns, but to ram us. We must brace for
Fuck is
impact.
that?
Sound collision alarms. All hands. Brace for impact.
It's literally just
So that
a
thing's-
wall of guns.
Yeah, it's basically invulnerable to any smaller ships. Unless there's like 500,000 of them. My lord. So every single one of those sides carries enough firepower, or the same amount of firepower as an entire smaller ship.
Yes, even bigger. This is the
Engines
final
engaged.
order here. This is the coup de grace. The Alpha and the Omega.
If you really want a motherfucker do it. enemies on
in
enemy
weapons
ships
range.
left and right.
Acknowledged.
What do they got?
Oh
All
my.
crews to
What
battle
can they do?
stations.
There's
Hold this
nothing they
call.
All ahead full, aye. It seems we have their attention. Additional vessels closing on intercept course. They're closing too swiftly to evade.
Let the fleas bite. The phalanx's
They're
hide is
closing
thick.
too swiftly to evade.
thick for their
What shall we
teeth.
do?
Hold main batteries
The
for my
guy's
order.
like, the fleas are still trying to bite. Or let the fleas bite or something. Okay, perform an all-ahead full maneuver. Spood beast engaged.
If you want them, their family's family, any extended family,
Everybody's getting clapped, dude.
your direct
We
ancestor.
wait your command.
This is the fucking FedEx of Warhammer, dude. Send these guys to hell. Same day delivery.
Just rename it to FedEx.
At your command.
That was the FedEx truck right here.
Oh my god, you have killed so many ships.
I haven't even used like the special stuff it has, so Starhawk
What sort of
bombers.
stuff does it have?
It's got launch bays. It doesn't seem to have torpedoes. I imagine you probably don't want to get rammed with it,
No.
Away.
which now I'm going to definitely do.
Moving to position.
What should that not do with this ram? Well, that's what we're gonna do today. Bird? I know what we're gonna do.
Rest of pepperoni.
Will of Eternity in primary weapons range.
Unleash the phalanx's fury.
You want
Let
some magic
Abaddon
trick?
know we've come for him.
He's just gone.
I want one.
So that same ship that was
Vulture shields are holding. We're barely
fucking up
scratched.
my battleship
firing.
last game.
We'll flay that abomination. And
That's
enter the
your
time
counter
if
to
we
it?
must.
Yes.
At your order. Victory
There's a
or
giant
death.
wall of fuck you.
Taking heavy damage.
Captain,
Oh my
the will
god,
of
you
eternity
didn't give a
shields are down.
fuck about his blast.
Impossible. Confirmed.
Or whatever the fuck that was.
They're gone.
I'll wager my right hand.
Do you have like an all-powerful like forward cannon?
No, you want me to
really-
think, but
It's our turn now.
Okay, so it's not like the enemy ship. You've actually got
Send that cursed hope to hell.
it. Interesting.
Repositioning. Hold course.
shoot you, motherfucker. Coming through. Apocalypse was canceled.
We're too close. If its reactors go critical, the phalanx will be caught in the blast. The damage.
The sons of Dawn are too stubborn to die. Why should his regal daughter prove different? Gaze on the Blackstone Fortress's death, Commodore. Gaze. And rejoice for service fulfilled.
Space Marines could give weapons, but like they couldn't. I don't know.
It is not physically possible.
No. Adeptus Mechanicus, Tech Marines.
Reminds me of that meme. The next day, the motherfucker was dead.
So, guys, in my stream, what do you think of the game so far? We're literally just getting started.
But you choose a bleak time to come to Cadia.
Bleaker than you know. My adepts uncovered pylons on Area 6. They are a perfect match for those present on Cadia, but were reduced to null during the Fourth Black Crusade.
Abaddon.
His malice holds greater purpose than we knew.
Agreed. Ruined pylon fields have been discovered in many worlds.
So these pylons they're referring to are part of the
Why?
Necron
Their heritage is alien, their
faction.
purpose unknown.
Space
The
zombies
pylons' forges remain shrouded, known only
mixed with
to
a little
the
bit of Egyptian
Omnissiah, but their
pyramids
purpose
and
is revealed. They
beetles and
contain
such.
the Eye of Terror. If they are destroyed, the Immaterium will claim all. The Imperium will be no more. The pylons must be safeguarded. They are our only weapon against the encroachment of chaos. But I need time to study.
Go. Make your
So where do I
studies.
buy myself a
May
Space
the
Marine?
Emperor guide you.
You could buy them.
Can I go into Walmart?
Yeah. No, not Walmart.
Oh, nice.
You can get. You're always usually within 10 to 15 minutes. Well, this may be an American thing of a wargaming workshop that kind of deal with the miniatures of the game. I've got a few myself actually. Just I don't do the tabletop stuff at all.
Yeah.
It's beyond my realm.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Oh yeah.
I mean you no harm.
This is one of the Necrons.
I prefer honored guest. But abomination or not, you and I have common cause.
Logic dictates otherwise.
Then you don't seek to understand the nature of this matrix.
You comprehend its secrets.
I was there when they first awakened. Or perhaps I wasn't. Memory is such a fickle thing. Neither of us desires to see this galaxy ripped asunder by the Imperial ones. Destroy me if you wish. Nothing will change. For me, for you, for this world.
Show me.
Show me.
This is the way.
Let's see. I was gonna go into something. I just forgot what it was. Oh well. I'll get to it.
Admiral, this is madness. Entering real space so close to a planet, you'll doom us all.
A good officer commands without doubt and obeys without question.
Entering real space in
About to
3,
see what it's like
2, 1.
coming out of the warp.
Well, apparently it's
Blessed
suicide.
Emperor, we're in the heart of the fight.
This is Admiral Catalia to Battle Group Silver Dawn.
This is what.
Form up.
Incoming enemy squadrons.
Goddamn.
Race for impact.
We've lost the Purity Blade.
Silver Dawn to Cadian High Command. Where do you need us?
This battle is lost. We must disengage.
Coward. Commissar. Do your duty.
As the Emperor wills. Incoming transmission.
Phalanx to Silver Dawn. This is Commodore Trevaux. Situation critical. Chaos forces have launched a full-scale planet strike. They aim to destroy the pylons of the Elysian fields. They must not succeed. Reinforce the position. The Phalanx will cover your back. Remain vigilant. We have reports that the despoiler leads the assault. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects. Silver Dawn. This is the Admiral. All ahead full.
Auspex readings indicate unusual energy signatures at the Elysian fields.
Explain. I need more. By the Emperor.
Omnissiah's grace, this is beyond my experience. Analyzing.
Hurry. What are we looking at?
Analyzing complete. The pylons, the energy beam is repelling the Eye of Terror.
How is that possible? No matter. Our duty remains. Prepare for planet strike.
Incoming transmission. It's the Phalanx.
The Despoiler has retreated to the Vengeful Spirit to lick his wounds. We cannot let this opportunity slip away. All vessels, engage the Vengeful Spirit. For the salvation of mankind and vengeance long due, we will destroy this abomination once and for all.
This is Admiral Catalia to Battle Group Silver Dawn. We have our orders, and we're closer than anyone else. Today, the arch-traitor dies at our hands. Divert all power to weapons. Load torpedoes. We are the Emperor's fury. We shall not fail. Fire! All weapons!
The Vengeful Spirit is firing, sustaining hull damage. Structural breaches on all decks.
No! No!
Weapon system critical. Reactor critical. Fires reported on all decks. We are heavily damaged. Estimated crew loss 65,000.
The Vengeful Spirit intercepted our torpedoes. No significant damage.
What? What have I done? My pride. My arrogance.
Additional Chaos vessels inbound.
Very well. If that is how this ends. If we are to die, let it be with the Emperor's light in our eyes and his fury in our voice. We fight on. All hands. One last effort before they overwhelm us. Make this count!
Admiral, the enemy are peeling away.
No. You must be mistaken.
Confirmed. They are moving towards the wreckage of the Blackstone Fortress.
What? What are they doing?
Those cinematics, dude.
Vox officer, transmit a wideband message to all forces on Cadia. Tell them to evacuate the planet. Now!
What are they doing to the fortress?
Trying to move it.
To someplace they can repair it, or to destroy it so that no one else can get it?
Alright, well, that's the prologue done. Oh, Jesus. Let's see if I can do like a quick skirmish, and then we'll pick up the story later, maybe. But that was, I'd say probably a decent introduction.
That was spicy.
Let's do skirmish 2-2. Create a massive fleet or create a classic? Oh, let's create a massive fleet. Let's do like a huge battle. Okay. Fleet of the Salt God. This is
Fleet of the Salt God.
alright, so here we got the different types of ships that just the Imperial Navy can employ. You got the light cruiser, battle cruiser, whatever that is, and then the battleships, and the, I guess we'll just call them Titans. I think that's what they're. So for Titans, I can either pick the Phalanx that you saw before, or I could pick the McCraig. Or it's probably called the McCraig's Revenge. The McCraig's Honor, okay. Demi, what do you think? You want to see what a McCraig can do, or a Phalanx?
Well, we saw what the Phalanx could do before, so let's see what the McCraig.
Is that one of those? That'll be.
It's not quite as big, but
no, it's still pretty large. Make no mistake, but it's also cheaper by like 300 points.
yeah. So then you can spend that on other stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna need a couple of light cruisers. Let's just grab an Endeavor. Dauntless Mark II. I don't know entirely what all these do. Here you can see their skills and ship specifics and things like that. But for now, I'm just gonna freeball it with, I guess, some of the stuff that I'm vaguely familiar with. I know that the Lunar here is a pretty good all-arounder, so we'll grab one of those. I'm not really focused too much on carrier play or things like that, so I'm going to focus more on macro, plasma, and lance batteries. So what does this got? Torpedo launcher, plasma macro battery, and macro battery weapons. Let's grab 2 of those. Why not? I'm actually going to lose one of these guys, and I probably need to get maybe an Apocalypse battleship. Decisions. This has heavy macro turrets, lance battery weapons, and a Nova cannon. The Oberon has super heavy lance battery. Launch bays, don't want that. The Emperor class. Launch bays, nope. Retribution. Lance turret, 3 of them. Plasma macro. Okay, so I think we're going to settle on 1 Apocalypse and 1 Retribution. And then I could probably have enough for a GC, whatever, a Grand Cruiser, that's what they're called. Vengeance. So I have 150 points. So a Vengeance is probably too much. And I'll probably have to settle for that. That should be enough. Let's see what an Avenger has. Light and macro battery weapons, and Exorcist. And I could probably grab a Cobra. Firestorm? What does this have? Double barrel light macro turret and light lance artillery. Alright, that should put us pretty close. Okay. Grab that. So can I not make this an AI thing? I'm gonna see if OG's here. OG's playing Valorant.
I want you to know that your sister tells you that she loves you and she misses you.
Aw, that's sweet of her. Thank you, Katie.
What the fuck?
Katie was like, tell him that I love him, but like in the most annoying way. And I was like, okay. And then I like got the call. I'm like, I'm not gonna be a dick.
Homies don't do that.
Myself, I need my phone in charge, and I do it out of arm's reach. You ever do that to yourself? You just fuck yourself over sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes.
Thought there was a way to face like an AI or something like that. Where did that go?
Is that just the campaign? Damn.
No, it's not. I'm switching over to like a regular battle mode to show off some of the ships.
Yeah.
Now let me stream.
Alright, never mind. I guess we're going back to the campaign.